Hi dear fans, friends and subscribers, welcome to Cricket Happenings today with your host Ram. In this Cricket Happenings show, we are going to look at one is the Caribbean Premier League. One of the particular matches has just ended, so we'll definitely have a look at that for sure, and also we will also have a look at some cricket news, and also we'll have a look at the T20 fixtures which are going on in England. As you know, there is a tournament, the Natwest T20 Blast is going on, and now we are coming to the business end of the tournament, and the news is that Hampshire today, courtesy of a very good knock from their new captain James Wins, actually going on to the semi-finals of this particular tournament. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with this match which was played. It's a Natwest T20 match which was played at Trent Bridge in Nottingham, and this was the fourth quarter-final match which was played between Nottinghamshire and Hampshire in Nottingham, and Nottinghamshire were the ones who actually batted first, and they put on a very good score in 20 overs, and 197 is considered to be a very wonderful score for 2 wickets. So it was a good score. It was all built up due to Alex Hales, who contributed 51 at the top of the order of 45 balls with 4 fours and 2 sixes. Michael Lum making 22 of 11 deliveries, 3 fours and 1 6. Ricky Wessels pasting 62 of 41 balls with 6 fours and 2 sixes, and an unbeaten one at that. And Samit Patel, who has not been in favor of the English selectors nowadays, even though he has definitely been performing well with the bat. And Samit Patel today once again showed what a good player he can be by actually pulling the ball well and also giving room for himself and attacking the Hampshire bowlers. So he made an unbeaten 53 of just 24 deliveries with 4 fours and 3 sixes, which are pinged into the stands. So 197 for 2 was what Nottinghamshire finished with, and as I said, was a very good total in a T20 match. The bowling, Smith's 4 overs cost him 24 runs without a wicket to his name. Wood went for 38 of his 4. Kyle Abbott got a real cracking at the hands of the Nottinghamshire batsman. His 4 overs costing him 51 runs. Cole's 4 overs took 36, and Danny Briggs bowled 4 overs, was also carted for 44 runs. So 197 was a pretty tall total put up by Nottinghamshire, and Nottinghamshire would have probably thought that they are safe. But let me tell you, James Wins, who has been definitely in some form in this English domestic season. What he did is, as you know, he's just young, he's just 23 years of age, but he's a wonderful player, looks to be a real talent in the making there. And James Wins has been made the captain of the Hampshire team this season for the one-day internationals, in the sense for the T20, Natwest T20 Blast, and he really justified that by really playing a captain's knock. They had a victory, and when the victory came, their opener and their captain of the team, Hampshire, James Wins, was the one who led their way to victory with an unbeaten 93 of 51 deliveries, in which he hit 11 fours and 4 sixes, out of the 3 sixes of which were hit off the bowling of Samit Patel. And what was the feature of James Wins' batting has been his very pure offside stroke play, which was a treat to watch. So James Wins was the man, he was the architect of the win, and it didn't look like, but James Wins kept I would say he really kept his cool and decided to, he struck the bowlers very well. Carberry was out for 31. They got a good start of 70, with Carberry contributing 31 in a partnership of 70 for the first wicket, before he was stumped by Reid on the bowling of Samit Patel for 31 of 21 balls with 2 fours and 2 sixes. Maxwell disappointed, making only 11, trying to hook a delivery from Shahzad, and Chris Reid behind the stumps took the catch. 11 of 9 balls with 1-4. Adams spooned up a catch to Mullaney, who was bowling of Shahzad for a duck. And then Sean Irwin, James Wins got Sean Irwin as his partner, who gave him good company to contribute a very good 39 of 24 balls with 3 fours and 2 sixes. And then James Wins took upon himself and decided that he's the one who's going to do it. And well, he did it for his Hampshire team. By doing that, he has taken Hampshire to the semi-finals of this Natwest T20 Blast. Now 198 for 5. Now let's have a look at the bowling. Luke Fletcher today, 2 for 26 of his 4. Harry Goodney was really taken to the cleaners today. 3 overs costing him 45 runs. Ahmed Shahzad 4 overs 2 for 33. Mullaney 3 overs none for 34. Samit Patel 4 overs 1 for 43 and 1 over for 12 runs for James Franklin. Well, we all know who was the man of the match. It was James Wins, the Hampshire captain. So Hampshire has gone into a semi-final meeting now and they would be meeting Lancashire. Now that is one news that I wanted to talk about. Now we will have a look at a Caribbean Premier League match which happened. This was the 20th match today. It was happening between Jamaica Talawas and Barbados Tridents, and this match had a very, I would say, a similar ring to both the innings. As far as the first innings was concerned, where Jamaica Talawas actually took strike first, they made 147 for 8, and there were only 3 people who actually reached double figures, and Barbados Tridents found even that total of 147 too hard, with only 1 player from the Barbados Tridents innings really smacking the bowlers, but he couldn't get any support from the other end, and he was Shoaib Malik, who contributed. Even though Barbados Tridents lost, Shoaib Malik contributed a very nicely made 81 of just 43 deliveries with 5 fours and 6 sixes, and none of the other 10 batsmen could get into, none of the other batsmen could actually get into double figures, and Barbados Tridents had to finish off with 128 for 6. What a shame that Shoaib Malik, if at all Shoaib Malik had got some partners, and if someone had actually contributed, Shoaib Malik could have probably taken them to victory. Well, so let's have a look at the Jamaica Talawas innings. Jamaica Talawas, the only 3 persons, as I said, who actually went on to double figures was the first 3 in the top of the order. Walton making 25 runs off 24 balls with 4 fours and 1 6. Chris Gale making 39 of 38 balls with 2 fours and 2 sixes. And Awais Shah contributing 42 of 36 with 3 fours and 2 sixes. After that, you have a telephone number there with Andre Russell out for 1, Vokes for duck, Burnett for 5, Vettori for a knot, Tehran for 9, Blackwood was not out on 2 and Taylor was not out on 9. 147 for 8 was the final tally for the Jamaica Talawas. The bowling, Ryan Emmerich 3 for 35, but the most successful bowler and the most miserly bowler in this particular Jamaica Talawas innings was Ravi Rampal, who returned figures of 4 wickets for 18 runs of his full quota of 4 overs. Shoaib Malik 3 overs for 26. Jason Holder 4 overs none for 21. Nurse the spinner bowled 4 overs 1 for 39 and 1 over for 4 runs for AJ Hussain. Now Barbados Tridents chasing 147 did not have anything going their way at the top, as Dwayne Smith was cheaply dismissed by Bernard for 5, and then Bernard went on to claim the wicket of Sean Dowrich 2 for 9, and that brought in Givanta Mendes, and Givanta Mendes was also gone, bowled by Taylor for 2, and there were 27 for 3 at that stage. But there was only one man who really played. If you look, as I said, if you look at the batting card of the Barbados Tridents, Mackenzie was bowled by Miller for 9, Kieran Pollard was out for 6, Jason Holder was out for 7, but Shoaib Malik was fighting it out. He was really fighting it, and he was doing it in brilliant fashion to score an unbeaten 81 of just 43 deliveries with 5 fours and 6 sixes. And what a shame, as I said, that Shoaib Malik could not get any support from any of the other batsmen, as none of the batsmen other than Shoaib Malik could actually reach double figures, and Barbados Tridents had to be content and finished with 128 for 6, thus giving Jamaica Talawas a victory by 19 runs. Looking at the bowling figures, Bernard 4 overs 2 for 20, Taylor 4 overs 2 for 11, so Bernard and Taylor actually did the early damage there. Russell, especially Bernard, I would say. Russell 4 overs 1 for 32, Vettori 3 overs for 16, Ivan Theron very unusually, very costly, 4 overs none for 39 and 2 overs for 7 runs, and Shoaib Malik really went after Ivan Theron, and Jerome Taylor of the Jamaica Thalwas was named man of the match. So that is as far as that particular Caribbean Premier League match is concerned. Other than that, let's have some cricket news here. As far as the cricket news is concerned, the news is coming in from England. As you know, the 4th test is about to start between India and England, which is going to be played at Manchester and Old Trafford. And well, as you know, India already have injury worries, like Ishan Sharma is not going to play, and probably Pankaj Singh will keep his place because Mahendra Singh Dhoni has been pretty happy with him, and why not? I would say he was pretty luckless. He bowled in the right areas, and I only thought that he was pretty luckless, and one only hopes that I would say the rub of the green goes Pankaj Singh's way. But just veering away from here, the only reason that I'm speaking about this is because England also seem to have injury worries, and now the news is that Liam Plunkett has been ruled out of the next test match, which is not good news for England. And Liam Plunkett is going to be replaced by the Yorkshire Quick, and I mean, I would say not forgotten, but definitely not in the mix, not in this English mix. But now, because of the injury which has happened to Liam Plunkett, Stephen Finn, the lanky bowler, once again gets a chance. Now, you know, Stephen Finn was the fastest English bowlers, took 50 wickets, and he has been really struggling later on. But now one has to wait and watch what Stephen Finn comes up with, because he has to grab this chance with both hands now, because Liam Plunkett is into the team as an all-rounder, so remember that, and Stephen Finn is only as a bowler. But Stephen Finn probably would be hoping that he could really prove something here, because as you know, England would definitely, because the series is level, so Stephen Finn can really go and bowl with lots of confidence here against the Indians. So Stephen Finn is the man who will be replacing the injured Liam Plunkett. Now, the other news that I could really talk about, one last news before I leave the Cricket Happening show, is that, as you know, Mohammad Amir of Pakistan, who was banned for that controversy that took place where he was involved in some match fixing, is unfortunately, I mean, he has said that he doesn't feel that he would be available for the 2015 World Cup, because his ban is still in place, and the ban probably, by the time the World Cup is over, I mean, probably in September 2015 only his ban comes out. So Mohammad Amir feels that he has really done his World Cup chances a lot of harm here, because he wouldn't be able to make it, unfortunately. Well, Mohammad Amir is a very good bowler, but you know, he's young, but whether he can really hit his straps and get back to the same rhythm that he was bowling before, would be the question, as and when he comes back into the international fold. Well, dear fans and subscribers, there's nothing else to really talk about. I'm about to end this Cricket Happening show for today, promising you that your next Cricket Happening show will be up tomorrow. That's on a Monday. Until then, it's goodbye from your host, Ram Studios. Thank you.